Before we dive into this captivating tale, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new story. If you love timeless folk tales, give this video a like and share it with others who enjoy great storytelling. Now, let's begin. In a quiet town called Umo, there lived a beautiful girl named Maya. She was admired by everyone in the town. Men from far and wide came to ask for her hand in marriage. No one could deny her beauty. Her glowing skin, her radiant smile, and her kind eyes made her the talk of the town. But no matter how many men asked her to marry them, Maya couldn't say yes. Instead, she preferred to spend time with them, only to send them away once she was done. It wasn't because she didn't want love. Maya had a deep secret, one she couldn't share with anyone except her two best friends, Tina and Jane. She trusted them completely and confided in them about her struggles. Maya had something inside her, something that made her feel restless. She couldn't go a day without being with a man, and it wasn't just one man. Sometimes, it was even 10 in a single day. Not because she wanted to, but because she had to. There was a fire inside her, an urge she couldn't control. Since she was 15, Maya had felt a strange burning in her body that made her desperate for relief. She started seeking out men to calm the fire, but no matter what she did, the feeling never went away. By the time she turned 21, the problem had grown worse. She had lost count of how many times she had sought help, but no one knew how to help her. Maya had slept with almost all the men in her town. The fire between her legs constantly needed to be satisfied. She was deeply ashamed. She even paid men to be with her, just to ease the burning. But nothing worked. Every night she would lie in bed and cry, wondering why she was cursed with this terrible secret. Her parents had no idea what was happening to their beautiful daughter. They often pressured her to get married. "Maya, you're so beautiful. Why don't you settle down with a nice man?" But Maya couldn't tell them the truth. How could she explain that one man would never be enough for her? How could she marry when she needed many? So she kept her secret. She told her parents she wasn't ready for marriage, even though the real reason was far darker. One day, while walking out of a small cafe, Maya bumped into a young man named Chris. He was kind and gentle. For the first time in her life, Maya felt something strange, something different. Her heart raced, her cheeks flushed. Chris smiled and said, "No worries. Are you okay?" Maya nodded quickly, unable to speak. When Chris offered her a ride home, she found herself agreeing without hesitation. That night, Maya couldn't stop thinking about him. She felt something she hadn't felt before. Hope. Maybe. Just maybe. Chris could be different. As days went by, Maya and Chris grew closer. They spent more time together and, soon enough, Chris confessed his love for her. Maya was overjoyed. For the first time, she believed she could have a normal life. Maybe this love would take away her secret. Maybe the fire would disappear. But it didn't. Even though Maya loved Chris deeply, the burning desire didn't stop. She tried to hide it, but soon she found herself sneaking away to meet other men. Daily. She hated herself for it, but she couldn't resist the pull. The guilt ate her alive. One evening, Chris surprised Maya with a proposal. He got down on one knee and asked, "Will you marry me?" Maya was shocked. She said yes. Excited, she rushed to share the news with her best friends, Tina and Jane. They met at their usual spot the next day. Maya proudly showed off her engagement ring, her smile wide and bright. Tina and Jane cheered, hugging her tightly and celebrating the moment. They drank and laughed, imagining the beautiful life Maya was about to have with Chris. But deep inside, Jane felt something dark. She had always lived in Maya's shadow. She had struggled to find love herself. And now, she couldn't understand how Maya, who carried such a dark secret, could be the one to have it all. Jane felt bitter, jealous. How could someone who slept with so many men be rewarded with love, while I'm left with nothing? The jealousy grew. It consumed her, until she came up with a plan to stop Maya's wedding. The big day arrived. Maya and Chris stood surrounded by friends and family. The wedding hall was beautifully decorated. Everyone was excited to witness their love. But just as they were about to exchange rings, something strange happened. The large screen in the hall flickered. A video began to play. It wasn't a sweet video of their love story. It was something much worse. It was a video of Maya sleeping with different men. Guests gasped in shock. The voices, the moans, it was all too real. The room fell silent, except for the whispers and stunned murmurs. Chris's face turned pale. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. Maya stood frozen, her world crashing around her. The judgment in the room was suffocating. Chris said nothing. He simply turned around and walked out of the hall. Maya ran after him, crying, begging him to listen, but it was too late. Chris was too hurt. He drove away, leaving Maya broken and alone. Tina quickly rushed to Maya's side, helped her into a car and drove her home. Maya cried uncontrollably, wondering how her life had come to this. She always knew her secret could destroy her, but never imagined it would happen this way. Days passed in pain and regret. Maya's heart ached for Chris, but she knew she couldn't live like this anymore. She needed help, real help. You might be wondering who played the video. It was Jane, her friend, the one she trusted with her secrets. Jane had secretly recorded Maya with other men and played the video during her wedding, all because of envy. But Maya didn't know Jane was behind it. She still treated her like a sister. Jane, on the other hand, kept sabotaging Maya and Chris's relationship. She was obsessed. She thought, since I destroyed their love, maybe I can have Chris for myself. But no matter how hard she tried, Chris wasn't interested. Maya, determined to change her life, sought professional help. She found a doctor who specialized in her condition. Slowly, through therapy and treatment, she began to heal. It wasn't easy, but she fought for her life. Then, one day, after many months of healing, Maya received a letter. It was from Chris. He wrote that, though he was hurt, he still cared about her. He told her he later realized it wasn't her fault. It was a health condition. He encouraged her to call the phone number in the letter. Filled with hope, Maya dialed the number. Chris answered. They had a long conversation. Honest, emotional, raw. It led to reconciliation. Chris and Maya's relationship started again, stronger this time. He was ready to support her through her healing. Jane eventually realized she could never have Chris. Worse, she realized how much pain she had caused her friend. She came to Maya and begged for forgiveness. With her kind heart, Maya forgave her, but their friendship was never the same again. Later, Chris and Maya got married. Tina stood proudly as the chief bridesmaid, and this time, the celebration was real. They lived happily ever after. Moral of the story: secrets, no matter how well hidden, always find a way to come out. Seek help. Be honest with yourself. True healing comes only when you face the truth, no matter how painful it may be. And finally, choose your friends wisely. Some of them aren't friends. They're enemies in disguise. Be careful who you trust with your secrets. Sometimes the best friend you need is yourself. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned a thing or two. Wow, what a journey. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more mesmerising folk tales. Your support keeps these timeless stories alive. Hit the notification bell so you never miss the next adventure. See you in the next tales.